President Biden says Ukraine's surprise cross-border incursion into Russia provides a real dilemma for Vladimir Putin. They're his first remarks since Ukraine's lightning strike a week ago, and the White House says it had no advance notice of the military operation. Kyiv now claims to control more than 70 communities in the Kursk region of western Russia, an area of around 1,000 square kilometers. This map shows just how rapid the advance has been in the last 7 days, with Ukraine claiming to have taken more territory in a week than Russia has all year. Well, James Waterhouse is live in the Frontline province of Sumy for us this evening, which is bordering Kursk. James.
Clive, we're starting to learn more and more about this operation, which has been months in the planning. The goal for Ukraine is to target a weak part of the border, make their way through and draw Russian forces from other parts of the front line. That is starting to happen, but Russia is still advancing in eastern Ukraine. Nevertheless, in a war which has become increasingly static in the last year and a half, Ukraine has used the element of surprise to devastating effect.
Ukrainian soldiers in Western-made vehicles driving into Russia, a potentially seminal sight which few saw coming. The Russian guards were quickly overwhelmed. It's been a while since this border crossing was used in peacetime, and the Ukrainians haven't stopped here. The central square of Sudzha. A Ukrainian armoured vehicle drives through a Russian town. It's a military inversion which has restored momentum and morale to Kyiv's war effort. And instead of directing events in Ukraine, Moscow is reacting to surprises at home. More of its Kursk region is falling in the most dramatic of battlefield changes. We've just been to this Russian supermarket and the selection isn't very good, remarks this soldier. Russia is struggling to contain this weighty offensive, but it is trying. Across the border in Ukraine's Sumy region, evidence Ukraine is deploying some of its best troops for a goal that is still unclear. Military equipment is branded with a triangle, the symbol of this operation.
Ukraine is committing to this gamble, but success might not come here with the capturing of territory across the border. It may well come elsewhere, where Russian forces might be forced to redeploy. If this gamble doesn't come off, the consequences for Ukraine's war effort could be catastrophic.
For the border villages habitually hit by Russian glide bombs, there is no fear of what Moscow's response might be.
I want them to take it and do this.
Russia attacked first, not us. Now our guys responded, showed what we're capable of. If we had permission to do this earlier, we would have captured Russia a long time ago.
In the city of Sumy, evacuees give their details to be rehoused. As with across the border, tens of thousands have been moved after an increase in airstrikes. Ukraine has benefited from secrecy, but its civilians less so. In a choreographed briefing you'd usually see in Moscow, the head of the armed forces, Alexander Syrsky, tells President Zelensky they are still advancing.
First, I thank our guys and girls. Also, I ask you not to forget to develop our important next steps.
What Ukraine does next will be crucial, especially with the moment of surprise now behind it. James Waterhouse, BBC News, Sumy region.